of this era. You are the last line of defense in the battle to rescue the heart and soul of Africa for the sake of future generations. And your mission is to embrace your civic duty and choose governments that are responsive to your needs. Young leaders in East Africa, ladies and gentlemen, let me now turn to the second question. What does it mean to be a young African living in a continent that has over 35 non-international armed conflicts taking place, with millions facing displacement and food insecurity? Today in Africa, from the Sahel to the Great Lakes to the Horn, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea, over 500 million of your colleagues and counterparts are caught up in some type of armed conflict or political strife. Inevitably, these are impacting mostly women, children, and the young people. I talked earlier about how the colonial legacy was replaced in many countries by a style of leadership that draws its strength from creating and exploiting societal fissures along religious, racial, or ethnic lines as a pretext for the accumulation of economic and political power by a select few. I hold the view that this is never going to be a stable method of governance for the long term for a number of basic reasons. Firstly, the corruption that arises from it only serves to undermine public interest and diverts resources from essential services, sowing the seeds of resentment among the populace. Secondly, the politics of ethnicity, favoritism, and patronage at the expense of meritocracy are the quickest ways in which to erode national unity. Thirdly, personalization of the state means that institutions designed to safeguard continuity of governments are weakened. In all these three instances, you end up with a large section of the population that are physically resident within the borders of a country, but are psychologically and emotionally disengaged. That is what you call apathy. And I heard you guys trying to talk here about apathy. That is what causes apathy, because the people you want to lead are disengaged from yourselves. And I just want to refer, I was listening very carefully to everything that was going and being said. And I heard somebody, what do we do about, our voters who are asking us for money, They're asking us for money. They're asking you for money because you as a leader have failed. It is, no matter how many laws you put in place to stop, we are going to cap how much money is going to be given, somebody will still give them money, law or no law. The problem is to fix the issue, because your primary responsibility as a member of parliament, my friend, is to represent your people, is to oversight the government of the day. All right? Now, if you have failed in your responsibility of representing your people to ensure that the government of the day has given them their ambulance, that has given them their health center, has given them their school and water, why are you then surprised when the mwananchi comes to you and says, I want this ambulance and you are supposed to bring it to me? But he's not asking it from you. He's asking it from you because you have failed in your duty to represent. And that is why we are saying we want leaders of integrity who will go and stand for what their people have sent them to parliament to do. You were sent to parliament to go and speak on behalf of your people, not to speak on behalf of your stomach, my friend. This is the problem we're having here. And we must be honest with each other. Yeah? So if you are to be leaders, you must be led by service to your people, not service to your stomach. That is the reason you seek leadership. Yeah? That is why, and that is how you will change this country. That is how you will change East Africa. That is how you will change Africa. That is how you will get the world to recognize you. That is how you will get the world to respect you. That is how we will stop being beggars. That is how your children will have hope instead of going to die in some sea there, crossing to Europe to look for nothing. Na hakuna kitu huko. Yeah? Yeah? Unawacha matoke hapa ati uende ukakule Burger King na McDonald's kule. Sasa who is the fool? Your matoke here fresh, wonderful and beautiful, to go and line up huko ukula burger ambaye inakunonesha tumbo tu na hakuna kitu inakufanya. Oh. Ama ni namna gani? Yes, that is the